It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Broncos and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they take him down right along the 30. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 3 now. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air, Mahomes. That one's complete, right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They kick the running back in motion. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Throwing again, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Complete to Mims. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Got to figure out this third down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mims with the grab. And that will not be enough for a first down. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points. Now Camarda on to send it away.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. Don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Tucker now in motion right. From the 42. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Man in motion, headed right. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Bernardo Green with that tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They just get the play on. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's the end of the 1st in this AF. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. This one's caught. Touchdown! So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Able to find Chandler here. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Pistol now for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, dude. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on the curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, Kate. It gets better the longer it matures, but that court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first. He'll throw it. Complete here to Bowers. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Running back sent in motion. From the 39. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They give it to him again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Now they send their back in motion right. Throwing on first down, Mahomes hits his running back. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Mahomes. Finds Mims. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. As we send things over to Jonathan. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Now Camarda on to send it away. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to the well again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll throw on 1st. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings them to 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Trying to work quickly now.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for this. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They send Hill right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the...
Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch. You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. Who knows, he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On first down, they'll run. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31. Completes this one to Gray. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blitz coming, Mahomes. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. Down to the 10, and he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. And he's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. Now Kamara on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Has a lane inside the 25. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Broncos are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Raiders. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Got a man, Bowers has it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Plowing up the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
He's got it near the 8. He has the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down throw, Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Mahomes. This is reeled in by Pittman. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, the comeback is proceeding according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Back to throw. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing again, Mahomes. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Now Camarda on to send it away. Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Hauled in by Gray. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw it. Has it at the 7. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. One final shot here. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home.